Hey Nan and Carly, this is April. Just wanted to send along this video of your cute little house just because Carly asked for a list of things that we've done over the time we've been here. Took a paint match of the yellow of the house to Benjamin Moore and had 2 cans made to paint this wall, so to paint the wall in the back here, because this is what it looked like when we moved in. Trim strips around the door right here were on this door right here were broken, and just because of the jiggling of opening and closing the door, it started to fall out. So I took them out, bought replacement stock trim, mitered, cut, replaced, and then also bought 3 panes of glass. What I did is I painted the door on the door. Also painted the trim around this window because it was sorely needed. It was stained and discolored. Planted this hebe. Winter plants I brought from my other house and planted here. The downstairs bathroom, we did a few things. First of all, I made the curtain on the far wall and bought the rod to hang the curtain, as well as we painted, I painted all of the trim. And if you have previous pictures of Jack's house before we moved in, you can see that the trim really needed a quick freshening. So I painted all of the trim. I painted the, spot painted the cabinets. I also painted the doors. I bought special paint, which was, I can get you the price of it, but it was not cheap, and it's made especially for countertops. So I painted the countertop. Also, we changed the tin gold handles with the new updated pulls. We painted the cabinets, redid the pulls, and the same on this side. Painted the doors on the outside, not on the inside. I had the trim put in right here, and I spot painted all of the drawers and cabinets. Painted this door and the trim around it, and the trim around this door. Also, again, I did all the baseboard, so it just looks clean and fresh, and there's a view into the bathroom. The other thing I did in the kitchen is I went out and bought almond caulk that matches the cabinets, and caulked all the way around in here. Oh, and then also redid all the hardware again from the tin gold leaf that your dad had. A couple of points: we updated the light fixture to, and yours is safely in a box in the basement. And we can talk about leaving this one or putting yours back, but I think this looks a little more updated. The other thing we did was we had a door installed, as you can see, to the right here, to the, well, that's my big finger right there, because you have slatted doors to the bathroom off of the dining room, which just we didn't think was completely hygienic. But your door is completely safe, and it's in the basement too, so we can discuss leaving that. And that's really about it. When we moved in, we worked together, as you would call, to paint, which looks great. Paint the walls, not the trim. The trim looks pretty good. In addition, we had the floors refinished, which I'm just going to do a quick look so you can see how the floors look. So they were in not great shape, so now they're very comfortable. In addition, we also put in electrical for the TV, so there's a grounded plug. In the front hallway, the only change we made was installing a energy efficient light because the previous one broke. One thing I would ask though is that if there's one thing I'd like to do to the house before we move is to paint this hallway. I know that it's wallpaper, it's actually a couple layers of wallpaper, but it is in really rough shape. It's got a lot of water stains and anyway, the rest of the house is in pretty good condition. I mean, there's a couple areas, but this this area right here is just not that great. Dug out the caulk around the tub that was in really bad disrepair, full of mold, and replaced it with the almond colored matching caulk. This is the porch on the second floor. The biggest change in here is when COVID happened, I made drapes using the existing rods that were there, but replaced all of the plastic. So here are the drapes closed. I kind of went all out on the material, but that's my issue. But I have to, I'm considering leaving the drapes because they actually fit the window, and then there's a complementary drape that goes across the walkway to what I've made into my closet. So the biggest change occurred in the basement, and so this is the bedroom in the basement, the little teeny tiny bedroom. I painted it. I kept the trim just to have a little bit of a change there. Then also we changed out the light because it was not safe. This is the room I actually am most proud of. It took a lot longer than I anticipated, but here is the downstairs. I don't know if you'd call it an office or a bedroom, but you can see how it turned out. What I did is I took about 10 days, which is about 3 times longer than I thought it would, and I whitewashed the Nani Pond, so it's really kind of inviting. Again, I painted the ceiling. The other thing we did is made curtains for the room and drapes. Again, this is a really small room, so it's difficult to give you a flavor of it, but here's the downstairs bathroom. I painted it a white. Let me see if I can get kind of an idea, so you can get an idea of how it looks. Got the shower curtain, added that, and here's the shower. So now it's a little bit more inviting. And here's the toilet area. So it's all white and cleaned up. We got tile carpet and cut it to match, so it's a little bit better. And also, I wasn't so concerned if it got flooded, which I knew it probably would, again, because it's easy to clean and reset. So